Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sudoku. Today we're going to be looking at Queen's Clone. Normal Sudoku rules apply and even digits cannot be a queen's move apart from each other. So basically, king's move affect one diagonal, but queen's move will affect the entire diagonal on all sides. So for instance, these sixes roll out all of those spaces. So it's a pretty interesting rule. And then the clone area must appear identically in its corresponding area. So for instance, like if this space was a 1, then this would also have to be a 1. So let's get started. We've got these 3 clones, but while I was looking at the preview, I noticed something with 8s. Try to see if you can spot it. That's right, with just 2 8s we can solve this. This 8 with queen's move rules out all those. So now 8 can either be here or here, right? But if this were an 8, then this would also have to be an 8, and it can't because there's 8 in the box. So we get this 8, and then I think you'll see where I'm going with this. That 8 rolls out this 8. And then look at this. 8 in those 2 spots, but 8 can't be here. And that clone, so that can't be an 8. So this is an 8. Now with queen's rule on 8s here and here, we can get 8s down to these 2 spots. Sees that, so we can get 8 down there. Now, can 8 go in either of these? No, there's no spot in here where an 8 can go because of these 8s and that 8. Therefore, 8s are removed from all those spaces and that. We can actually finish up every 8. So I really like queen's rule. If that wasn't obvious, 4 with queen's rule sees that space and that space. This 4 rules out every blue square, so we know that the 4 in this box must be in one of those spots. Is there anything that sees this diagonal? No, but interestingly enough, because we have the 4 locked into this diagonal, can't be a 4 along that line. We can get 4 in this square down to those spots, but if you look at this 4, it actually rules out that one. So this is the 4. Oh right, this 4 rules out that. Which gives all of that. Now we've got a 4 here, which rules out this 4. we've got 6s rolling out all of those spaces. I'm gonna notate just because queens roll. Oh, we got 2 here and here also. And same thing applies for king and queen's roll. This can't be a 2 because it would hit both those. That also can't be a 2. I'm just now noticing all the evens in this line. It's kind of interesting. There can't be any more even numbers than that. There has to be a 2 in one of the clones. Not sure what I do with that information. Something kind of interesting is that this can't be a 2 because that would kill all those possibilities. I think that's all we can get. Yeah, I don't see much else. Alright, let's look at odd numbers. One can't go here because of clone rules. There has to be a 1 somewhere in these spaces, and if you see this 1, fills out all that. So there's a 1 in one of these, which means that there must be a 1 in one of these. Which means this must be a 1. That's a very interesting solve path. Okay, what about 3s? How many 3s do we have? Got 3s ruled out of all the blue squares. I think that's it for 3s. This 5 is acting very interesting because it rolls out both of the blue squares. More restrictive than you'd think. This is starting to look like a naked single. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, could be 7. It's either 7 or 9, I think. But if you look at this area of the clone, it sees a 7. So those are both 9s. which is real nice. 9 sees all areas of the clone, so we can get this 9 down, which is really nice, because it means that this is a 9 which moves a 1, this is a 1 which moves a 6, and we're left with, what is this, 2, 5, and 3, 7, and the 3 can sort that out. That's the 3, not 7, 9. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. I've got 1 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know anything about 5s. And 7s. Okay, so this space could be 2, not 3, not 4. It could be 5. That's irritating. So it's 2, 5. Can we get anything new from the evens? Are 4s finished? Yeah, they're finished. 2s. I still don't have a crazy amount of them, but I do know there has to be a 2 in one of these areas. 2 here would force the 2 here, and they would be seeing each other by the diagonal. 2 here would cause a 2 here, which is impossible. So this is a 2. This must also be a 2 by clone rules. Whew, that's nice. Don't know if it sees too much extra. But it does give a 2 here, which is pretty big, because it gives these 9s, which I think were the last of the 9s we needed. This 2 by diagonal tells us which way that goes. Yeah, that 2 does see this. And then I think the original 2 here was at that square. Now we've got a pair right here. There should be a way to disambiguate that. There is. This one's in a clone, which the 2 is seeing. So this is a 2. That's a 2. That's a 5, and that's a 5. This 5 is rolling out this square, this 5 is rolling out this square. So I can get 5 down here. Oh, and right, since that's in a clone, this must be the 5. And this is very nice. I get 5 down here, which makes this a 5. Get 5 down here. Can't tell which way that goes. 1, 2, 3 in this square. 4, 5, 6. can look at the remaining 6s. Oops. A 6 can't be in the square, so this isn't a 6. Right, this must be the 6 in this square, which means this is a 6. Because of clone rules. Get 6's down to these squares. Can we fix that? Yes. This diagonal sees a 6. So this is the 6. I think that's the last 6 in the grid. Gives this 5. Via clone rules, we get this 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I figure that out? I can. That 3 is ruled out. So those are 3s, and these are 7s. This is also a 7. That's a 7-5 pair, so this is a 3. Which makes that a 3, which... Turn down the dial just a little bit. That being a 7 is right. This being a 3 is right. 5-7 pair. So this is also a 5-7 pair. Let's figure out what this is. This is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. That should finish. Alright, I really like this puzzle. Queen's Constraint plus clone rules are very interesting. Most of the time when I see a clone puzzle, I feel like it's too difficult for me, but this one was a really nice difficulty level. In any case, I will see you on the next Sudoku solve. Thanks for joining me for this late evening / early morning. I woke up because I couldn't sleep. But yeah, Sudoku. Always a nice way to spend a morning, or night, or day. I'll see you in the next one.